ascended masters. There is no judgment on this journey. All is where they are meant to be, and we understand what we can understand from where we are. And that's how I am, and that's how everyone is. And once we understand, we view it from another perspective. And that's why we also have to be gentle in our teaching and in the way we interact with one another. When we interact with one another as gentle and respectful, we build bonds of respect and trust. And it's so easy to build these bonds with one another. It's just through kindness and gentle smiles. Say a little extra word today and break that old tie where it's as little as possible, but rather turn it around to bringing it into a moment of beauty for one another, even if it's a neighbor, because everything will be helping at this time. Light is as powerful as it has ever been, and light is actually power. It's the frequency that you feel inside of you that vibrates, and when your heart is awakened and no longer in a form of, if you know the card in the tarot, when you see the heart with the swords, that's what I'm talking about. When the heart is full of swords, as you remove these swords, the sun will be able to warm your heart again and truly warm it up so that you can hold higher and more light in your heart. This will make you naturally more powerful, more strength, more creativity and life force energy, where you will be able to attract what will attract you, because you are a magnetic frequency to what wants you also wants to be manifested. So there are many changes now, and physically they may hurt, but that doesn't mean they don't come with a beautiful baggage of opportunities to truly create the dream life that you are searching for. All right. Wow. I wanna open my eyes and that was powerful. And it comes a lot of different energies through during a reading like this. And I could continue, but I also feel like this is a great beginning to share from my perspective and also your perspective, because we are all together on this journey. Yes, we live differently. Yes, we think differently, or not really, but we think individually. But we are all here to evolve and become as great as we can. At least if you click on this channel, you know you are someone searching for purpose and evolution and stimulation in a way that speaks to your soul. So I want to thank you for being here and letting me be me without judgment, and rather gratitude and mutual understanding. It's a card of celebration. You see, these are coming together with one another. So, for me, it also looks like there is this new energy on the earth plane at this time. We're not only coming together in the physical with our friends and people of higher frequencies, we're also coming together with our multidimensional families. The current solar storms that have been on the planet have not been for no reason. The solar storms that have been here are to make us stronger and able to hold more light. So the physical aspects of this is that you might been feeling a lot of changes, and some changes are extremely we got the card Strength coming out here, and right under we got 8 of Swords. And I wanted to talk about the strength that you carry, because this transformation is not easy. You have probably felt it physically, emotionally, and mentally. It's like your soul going through a tower moment. But at the same time, as you're going through this pain, you are experiencing highs, and you're experiencing your new self. You're experiencing abilities that you haven't been able to previously, and you're also experiencing a lot of happy highs. And I'm not gonna turn to twist this anyway, other than telling you that the reality is that it's happening for you. The next card is the Justice card. Justice is also a card of it's being prepared for you. The world as you know it is expanding. The thing about expansion is that you 10 of coins. You expand not alone anymore. You expand in consciousness. And multidimensional, it's almost like all these versions of you are becoming available to you. And it feels odd, it feels off, it feels heavy. 10 of Wands. 10 of Coins. Judgment. It's a card of transformation. Two tens can symbol of the feminine and the masculine aspect coming together and starting over at the beginning point of a new phase and a new direction. We got the Devil and the Knight of Coins. Nothing to fear, because you are truly fearless. You are stronger than any devil, and the devil is not even mad. So the shifts are also awakening the unawakened parts of the journey that haven't been in light. And when those parts of you awaken, there is great opportunity to experience life in another reality. Here in your own reality, you're going to celebrate the parts of you that you haven't been able to celebrate before, because you can see the patterns that created those patterns, and they are created through illusions and programming of the past. They are created through not knowing better. And when you don't know, you're not judged. And when you know, you certainly can be judged. Queen of Wands is the queen of fire. It's the queen of determination, and a queen that makes the changes necessary to fulfill her dreams. Got King of Swords. We got King of Coins. And the royals wanted to come out, 2 kings and a queen. For me, it's also your ancestors. It's you coming into the positioning of worthiness, of communication and interaction with your ancestors like you haven't been able to before. Because now that you have evolved your gifts and awakened your senses of clairvoyance, awakened your senses of knowing, you can know that the ancestors that are behind you will always be behind you. But when your gifts evolve, you will be able to communicate with souls that are no longer here. And you have to believe to be able to, it says. But you also have to be able to lift a weight to do it. You also have to be able to imagine an artwork to create it. You don't know how it's going to be created, but you know that you can. And it starts by simply going in that direction with an intention of, okay, I can, so it will. If you are still doubting, then this reading is not for you. Because doubting is a third dimensional way of thinking. Because doubting comes from judgment. And justice is about free mind thinking. I will say that judgment is the reason why the devil has been existed in a bad term for so long, because the devil is not anything else than a teacher. But if you cannot understand that some things have to be taught for us to evolve, then you're still not ready to understand evolution. Evolve, evolution. We got shaman. It says trust in higher forces. When you trust in higher forces, you allow source to channel through you. You allow the divine to be in your voice, and you allow the divine to bring forth the message. So when I do a light language, I do it with an intention to channel a message, and I ask to not be judgmental, but rather listen. Sharela shantera suntel, shantela rondea tontera, torella suntera sotea, shantor shaleran santei, shantolen dalendo lolendo cutela, contur gelar cotar, scorella sunte sorol, shaure shante orol. Shoronte la e anu e azande, sunderan toloren toyato koter, sunte la to. Do not hold back. It's very important to know that when you channel, any energy can come true. So have an open heart, because open hearts can connect to open soul hearts. Open soul hearts are the ones that will bring forth the highest good in you and what you will share. You can also feel the difference from another energy. One energy is from higher dimension, and another energy is from an ancestor, one that cares dearly about you, one that is here and can be anywhere. Archangel Michael is an archangel that is multidimensional and comes through to those who have been calling to him, comes through to those who have an ear for the 5D at this time. Light codes are now accessible through people, because we work as portal for one another. A portal where we can truly inspire and be the catalyst for the other. There is no need to hold this gift for yourself, but how you use it determines how well it will be understood. It's not a game, it's not a clickbait. This is a gifted man that has been doing work for the divine over 20 years, consciously and unconsciously, and in all his previously life. At this time, he is also learning these gifts of direct channeling. You are a direct channel, and by now you are ready to lead as an example of one that is closer to divine than the abnormal, normal humanity. Take words as they are and don't create too many boxes, creating illusions of why and how is never gonna change anything. Rather, listen and view it as you would view it yourself. Is this stimulating for the person viewing? Because right now you are just channeling into your mind, expecting words to come out, which is possible, but the moment you set an intention is the moment we can also guide this channel. Alright, so I ask now for the collective. What would you like to hear at this moment? Clairvoyance. I will ask my guides to explain how clairvoyance is evolved in people and how they can know that they are clairvoyant or they are developing their gifts as psychic and clairvoyance at this time. They know they are clairvoyant when they hear voices in their head. They know they are clairvoyant if they know that it's not scary, because this is simply part of evolution. The voices you hear are in the beginning very frightening because you can view it as an illness. That's how the society would determine it. But clairvoyance is actually when you open up the channel to let the parts of you that are conscious talk to the energies outside of you. And that's when the subconscious and conscious meet each other and you become confused, because it doesn't have to make sense for it to make sense on a higher and other perspective. This is the first sign to know that you are activating your clairvoyance and your gifts as a psychic medium and a channeler on earth. These gifts are something that are given from divine. They are like a gift, a graduation gift. When you graduate after an ascended journey, when you go through enough lessons, when you go through enough learnings and conquer mountains of self-discovery, you are given natural gifts. And when a gift is given as a connection to the third eye or a crown chakra activation, where the crown is a direct channel to source, you will know when these gifts are going to be part of your change, because your dreams are changing and your reactions are changing. The way you react to things are different. The way you hear things are different. You hear the voices of the birds a lot more clearly without thinking about it. It's just suddenly you're listening to the birds and they're singing, and you might as well sing with them. This is one sign, and another that you are activating these gifts and they are being sent to you. Some people at this time are on the earth to also awaken and to help others be these portals. It may hurt the soul in one way, because the ego is so used to things being his or her way. when the ego no longer can exist at a certain level, it becomes an ego death. And symptoms can be brutal because these egos have been parts of your journey here on earth so long that it's like a ghost trying to hold on to you in every powerful way they can. But as you transmute and change, this ghost of the ego can no longer hold, and by that it builds a new protective layer that is like a warrior 3.0 coming in and lifting the veil and filling it with the violet blue flame. This violet blue flame is the new flame that is able to guide you in this time of evolution, where you are part co-creating and creating in time. The Devil card. The teachers are something that we all have inside of us. And when we continuously stay in the same pattern, we simply don't learn, right? And we are born into this world to evolve. So when we evolve, the thing that were an issue are no longer an issue, right? That's just how it is. I don't have social anxiety anymore. Why? Because I evolved. And the same goes with the place that you have needed more teachers or devil energy. Devil energy is when you are stuck, unchangeable, but you are able to change. It's the way you consciously deal with the subconscious. It came true to me as I was out for a walk how the devil energy works. It's not evolve, it's evolve. Thank you.